Let's turn to the other big news story making headlines right around the world. The US President Joe Biden has taken aim at the Afghan army for giving up on its fight with the Taliban. President Biden is standing by his decision to withdraw US troops from Afghanistan. Joining us live now is Christian Datoc, a White House correspondent with the Washington Examiner. Christian, appreciate your time. The President has defended his handling of the US exit from Afghanistan. What sort of reaction have you seen there in the US? How have Republicans and, importantly, veterans responded to what's going on?
Well, Ashley, the president is certainly not getting a warm reception to the comments he made this afternoon, nor the comments that he made leading into the weekend before Kabul fell. And you pointed out he's standing by his decision, and the intelligence community is backing him up in that the case that U.S. troops on the ground in Afghanistan would not solve the situation. We would not be achieving a specific goal. That being said, he greatly underestimated the sort of escalated pace of which the Taliban took over the last 3 days to march on Kabul and effectively take back the city. Now, this isn't necessarily 100% on the shoulders of President Biden. That being said, both Republicans and some Democrats now are hitting the administration for sort of acting extremely slowly to evacuate both Afghan citizens who helped the United States and its allies in this 20-year-long mission, and the U.S. embassy officials working in Kabul. Obviously, that evacuation process is still taking place, and I doubt there's going to be any days in the near future in which the administration is not trying to fend off fire from both sides of the aisle on this issue.
And what is the latest when it comes to that evacuation plan? I mean, it's so difficult. We've all seen the scenes at Kabul airport. Is there a firm timeline? How difficult is it going to be to continue that evacuation process?
Well, we don't have too many details at this time due to security reasons, but we do know there are hundreds of Americans on the ground in Kabul still, and the United States is sending roughly 7,000 troops back to Afghanistan to assist in that evacuation process. You're also seeing a number of humanitarian aid groups, both located here in the United States and across the globe, trying to help evacuate Americans, trying to help evacuate certain Afghan nationals who might be at risk of being targeted by the Taliban for their help over the last 20 years. I think it's also important to note at this time, the president's boldest statement prior to these last couple of weeks came back in July when he promised essentially that you wouldn't see Americans being airlifted off the roof of the U.S. embassy. Obviously, that situation has changed. We've all seen the photos and the videos taking place at the embassy and Kabul airport. It's a terrible situation, and unfortunately, we're not going to really know how it's going to play out until the coming days and weeks, until everyone can get out of the country.
It's heartbreaking. Christian Datoc, live in Washington. Appreciate the update. Thank you.